Hey, it's the Sportz Nuts.
Bang, bang.
Let's get it.
And don't get flagged.
And don't get flagged. You had to say that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another wonderful episode
Flag that,
of the,
YouTube.
of the Sportz Nuts. Hey, it's episode 24, guys. We have made it. Shane's going to get flagged for that. 24 episodes, guys. Can you believe we have almost eclipsed JD and mine's favorite people? JD, who's our favorite people?
I have very few. I posted a couple of pictures of my favorite people. As a matter of fact, today it's Friday. We are happy to be here. On Twitter, my most interacted comment, of course, was me and the boys. We were out today running some errands. Those are my two favorite people, and then of course you guys. You know, all my sports nuts. Shane. Yeah, Brandon, Sprinks. Hey, y'all are my favorite people, plus our fans. Anybody that's out there listening, following, helping us get more subscribers, family. It takes a lot to get on JD's bad side. It really does. So let's just have a good time.
You have to excuse me, guys. I don't know where I left my glasses. So, yeah, everything's a lot blurrier to me. So if you see me go like this, I'm not glaring at you. So I'm going to point to, this guy, right there. Oh, I got it. Finally got it. All right. Shane, how you been, man? I haven't seen you in a few days.
Man, all I got to say, the work week is completed. Finally. You know, it's Friday evening. We finally got rain around here that lasted for over 15, 20 minutes. So I'm happy about it. I might actually go out and cut my grass tomorrow morning so it doesn't die. It's up to my knees.
What is rain? So, we don't know what rain is around here. For all those who don't know, Shane is in an area right now where it's like 3 million degrees and the humidity is only at 100%. And hey, you know, it's even better. The fact that he gets rain, you know, while we're here, we're supposed to get to the triple digits of like between 100 and 106 by Sunday through next Thursday. So yeah, we're not too thrilled about that. Hey, I have a guy. Oh my goodness, I'm 2 for 2 today, y'all. Right there, literally right. Look at that. That is like perfect. I'm 2 for 2. All right, I'm going to play the lottery. I'll be back in a little bit, guys. How you doing, Springs? What's going on, brother?
Oh, not much, man. Just happy that it's Friday. Get 2 days to sleep. And I also, you know, get to be a girl dad to the max this weekend as well. So that's
for those you don't know, Arya is the princess. She is the princess. No, I'm gonna take. You know what? She's the queen. I'm sorry.
Right.
And then I want to do 3 for 3. Hold on. If I do it, can I do it 3 for 3? No, darn. We got my man. I'm trying to get there. My man, JD.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Like I said, we've already been through my little introduction. My question though, see, I can't even point right. So Springs, hey, you said you a dad and you about to get some sleep this weekend. I need some tips. I've been trying to take.
What is one word? Bro, I have one word for you. It's called Roblox. You go. That's how you get sleep. That's how you get sleep.
Hey, remember, I'm about to be a girl dad of not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 beautiful girls. And I gotta let everybody know, my lovely wife, she is due at any time. So if I suddenly drop the computer, it's because of that. Hey, but
I'm sorry. I want to go ahead and shout out a couple of people. We got another girl dad, Trey Davis, in the house. Girl dad here. We got a few watchers already. Oh, Mr. Eric O'Brien. You are your show or your shirt, not your show. Well, you're shown on the screen, so that's what made me. So yeah, I tied 2 words together. But Eric O'Brien, your shirt's coming up. our live episode's coming up. So I did my intro already. So yeah, I'll do a few promos real quick, and then we'll throw it to Brandon, and then we'll be rocking and rolling on this episode. But so yeah, we've got the live episode, Tequila's Grill. Brandon, do you want to go ahead and hit that sponsorship right now?
Yeah, and I'm gonna let you guys know. Again, I'm not looking angry at you. I'm trying to see everything. It really is sad. I'm only
Cassie,
40,
get him
but
his
my
glasses. Cassie,
my
get the man
eyes
his
are
glasses
older.
if you're watching.
She's not watching. She's getting Stella dinner. So, hey, you know what, though? Before we get going, guys, let's give a shout out to Tequila's Grill in Easley, South Carolina. Y'all, if you want authentic, affordable, delicious Mexican cuisine, Tequila's Grill in Easley is the place you want to go. They've got Shane's favorite, the happy hour, every weekday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. I made you sound like an alcoholic, which is buy one, get 50% off. They've got the best environment around. Okay, and I'm going to tell you guys this truth. They got the homemade salsa bar. That is Shane, JD, and Brandon's favorite. They got taco salads, quesadillas, and more. Now, if you're ready, give them a call, or even better, stop on by 5155 Calhoun Memorial Highway in Easley, South Carolina. You know what? Give them a call. 864-307-8028. That is Tequila's Grill in Easley. Hey, best Mexican cuisine in town. Don't forget, y'all, we're live next Friday, July 19th, 7:30 to 9. We may go a little later. I don't know. We have live broadcasts, guest interactions, drawings for merchandise, and more. And guess what? Our man Kelly Bryant may even stop by. I'm excited for that. Let me ask you guys this. Are y'all ready for Tequila's Grill?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm more than ready. I'm more than ready.
Yeah, we ready. We hope to see some of our Clemson fans down there. Actually, down there in the Easley area. I know I'm a Gamecock, but I know I've got a few Clemson people out there. We've got one coming on the show here soon. But yeah, I hope to see some Clemson people. Hope to see Kelly Bryant. Everybody, look, they're going to be busy either way, so it's a great way for us to grow and get our thoughts and our content out. And we hope that anybody that can join us absolutely joins us.
JD, every time we come on, your boys know exactly when to come in.
I know. Well, I moved back a little. Well, oh yeah, here you're gonna pop all the way in right here on the camera. Here, go ahead. I mean, normally it's the black cat. Well, he can't hear you guys since I got my earbuds in. Sorry, but no, he's gonna try to clean my screen. Yeah, let me handle that. Brandon, let's kick this thing off with some sports talk, bro.
Hey, real quick, Springs. Trey wants to know, who do you roll with in college football?
I saw that, man. Well, unfortunately, I won't say unfortunately, man. I'm a big fan, so I'm gonna ride or die with my team, regardless of what's going on. But no, we gotta go with them Yellow Jackets, man. That's the team. We're going through a little down year or down decade or down millennium.
Century?
Down century, yeah.
Or down ever?
But hey, you know what? I'm happy to see UGA as dominant as they are, man. It's just that, we over at Georgia Tech, we pretty much own UGA. We run UGA anyway, so we're the ones in the office. We're in the office anyway.
Wait. Hold on. Did you say Georgia Tech runs UGA? What?
Man,
all right.
Not on the field. Not on the field.
Technical foul. You're gonna get all right. Shane's shooting the free throws.
Behind the scenes. I see it. Behind the scenes.
Yes, but we run behind the scenes, not on the field. But yeah, y'all got us on
real behind the scenes, like bend over backwards to see who runs who.
We're the ones pulling the strings there, baby. We're the ones pulling the strings.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey,
just like Clemson's running JD's team.
Y'all's program.
Yeah, the only way I can defend Georgia Tech here is that one dude. I think he was the valedictorian of the class. He did have one of the most epic viral speeches of all of history, and it was at Georgia Tech. He's like, if you want to do this, you can come to Georgia Tech, and you can do that. And man, I'm telling you, it was one of the most electric, just random person. I've never seen a better rant from a random, graduate from a college before, other than the guy from Georgia Tech. So yeah, that is the only way that Georgia Tech
Hey,
is
that
ruling
message
out.
is right there. Oh, look at them, 3 for 4, 75%. Springs, that message right there is for you. At least Georgia Tech people Springs. All right, let's get it going, y'all.
Yep.
And real quickly, gotta let you know, Clemson runs JD's team. All right, so
Wow.
ooh, that's a dog, guys. The WNBA. What happened?
Clemson guys aren't even smart.
I don't know about that.
They have the same
All right.
programs as Georgia Tech.
I know. I'm just.
Hey, I didn't say that.
I'm just playing.
I did not say that.
Hey,
y'all will say
ACC rivals, man. ACC rivals.
All right. Hey, let me say this one though, real quick. Georgia's best rival though is the Clark County Police Department.
Okay, yeah, he got you there. All right. So, guys, the WNBA really getting exciting. I was gonna post this picture, but unfortunately, I didn't do it. Guys, Asia Wilson again, the talk of all talk. She just posted her first career 2020 game. For those who don't know, that's 20 points, 20 rebounds kind of game. She is a true elite player. She is, you know what? I'm donning this right now. She's the face of the WNBA, y'all. We've mentioned that before. Then, let's look up the big matchup that just took place Wednesday night. You had the Connecticut Sun versus the New York Liberty, 2 17-win teams. One is a bunch of talent, which is the Connecticut Sun. The other is super talented team. It's like their version of the LA Lakers with LeBron, KD, Anthony Davis, all that stuff. They have a super team. The Liberty actually just barely survived. It relied on a blocked 3-point attempt to win 71-68. We saw, Indiana Fever lose again to the hapless Washington Mystics. And of course, Matt and I know who this is, the lonely Atlanta Dream. They lost again. They have lost 7 or 8 straight. It's really weird what's going on with them. Everybody knows Chi-Town Barbie, as they're now trying to deem her as, is rocking for it. Rookie of the Year. Women's sports is starting to warm up even more, and I'm going to tell you why. NBA 2K25 cover released its image, the best image all time. And guess who dons the cover of NBA 2K25? That's right, Asia Wilson. You can also play her in the basketball game. She is actually on an NBA franchise. Guys, I'm telling you now, this is going to prove my point. She is a future Hall of Famer. She's first ballot even. She is of the WNBA. JD, of course, this is not only a big thing for women's sports, but for South Carolina Gamecocks. I want you to tell me what your are on this and the buzz that going on around Columbia.
Man, hey, this is tremendous. I love it. I mean, Shane and I, we're going to talk the SB stuff tomorrow. So I was actually thinking about mentioning, Dawn Staley, them winning, awards last night at the ESPYs. But I will just go more of the Asia Wilson part of this, man. She, like I said before, she should have been the face of the league. They should have been promoting her already. She has a statue outside of the stadium that she just left, 3-4 years ago now? I'm sorry if I don't know that exact number, but she just has been an icon. She helped build the program along with Dawn Staley. It's been huge down here, though. I think it's huge for women's sports for the NBA to have a WNBA player on its cover. I think that is very huge. And for it to be, Miss Wilson, whom does absolutely great things in the community, I've seen it very well celebrated here amongst, Columbia people. I haven't seen anybody say anything bad about it, honestly. The one thing I will say about the women's sports going forward, though, a little bit, is that if Caitlin Clark can't seem to find a way into the playoffs, they want to see their best players in the playoffs. And so I'm really curious what happens because I know as a Gamecock and I know several other Gamecocks, we literally watch the WNBA because of the Las Vegas Aces and Miss Wilson. And we've gotten more invested in it, obviously, with Angel Reese, and we've all become more women's sports followers. But yeah, it is absolutely huge to be on the cover of, NBA. I'm excited to hear you guys' thoughts on this. I mean, I think it's wonderful. I'm all down for the sports, but I think the WNBA might end up being a trend once Caitlin Clark is not competing for a championship.
Hey, it's a very real possibility. I'm gonna answer Eric's question, then I'm gonna go to Shane. Eric O'Brien has asked, "Do you think the number one high school boys basketball team could beat a WNBA All-Star game?" And I'm gonna tell you now, absolutely, not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven, but 800% yes, they can and they will if you're playing the Washington players kind of thing. Do I think that it's the WNBA to reign supreme? Oh, I absolutely think it is. It is the WNBA's time. Shane, I'm going to go to you on this next. We here at the Sportz Nutz, we love women's sports. Now, I'm going to ask you, are you excited that A'ja Wilson is finally getting the name that she is and the title that she deserves?
And I'm excited that we're actually talking about the WNBA in this way. Just like JD mentioned, we've all kind of turned into casual fans of the WNBA here with the rookie class. A'ja Wilson is the top player in the league right now. And I'm glad that we're giving players that have that star caliber and the best players in the league recognition other than the rookies that have kind of brought the casual fan around. A'ja Wilson's stat line this year is possibly one of the best ones that you could look at in WNBA history. Now, we're talking history. It's 97, 98 they started. It's still kind of a newer league, but it just seems like we're always giving credit to the rookies for the popularity and everything that's going on with Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and everything like that. But we saw more interest in the WNBA before the start of the season with Ion picking up, WNBA games instead of just being on the ESPN platforms. Of course, the rookies have brought that interest in there. And hey, you look at the All-Star voting. All-Star voting from last year to this year is like 700% greater than what it was before. So, I mean, of course, we're getting that. We're getting the clips. But the WNBA in general is bringing positivity towards the sport, and I'm glad to see the excitement. But I'm definitely over-exaggerated to see the best players in the sport now getting recognized because everybody's now watching.
Okay, that's it. And Eric, I got to actually correct myself. Like I said, I don't have my glasses, so I wasn't able to see it. Do I think a high school boys basketball team could beat the WNBA All-Star game a team? No. I think 800% it's women basketball all the way. I apologize. I read that wrong. I'm right there with you, Shane. I'm excited for what is going on with women's sports. I'm a girl dad. Girls rule. Girls 100% rule. Matt, he's a girl dad. All we're trying to say is watch. JD mentioned this, several episodes back, that he believes, and I hope people are starting to believe in this too, that women's sports could be the thing, like it could overtake some men's sports. So, I'm going to go to you, Springs, on this, being a girl dad. We've heard the Caitlin Clark talk. We've heard the Angel Reese talk. We've heard the A'ja Wilson talk. Now, do you think the growth of women's sports continues to grow with the next group of draftees in the WNBA, or do you think it's just like a one-hit wonder?
No, I actually think that this is going to grow. And I want to give you guys a Matt stat real quick about A'ja Wilson. She's averaging, 27 and 11 this year. Shane kind of touched on it a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and open it all the way up. if she just does what she's continued to do this year alone, she will have the highest points per game average in WNBA history. I think the next highest was Diana Taurasi back in 2006. She averaged about 25 a game. A'ja Wilson's at 27 now. So if she finishes the season just doing what she's doing, it'll be the highest points per game average of all time in the WNBA. With that being said, yeah, man, I could definitely see the sport growing with this new crop. You got Angel Reese there. Of course, Caitlin Clark. I think the game will go as far as Caitlin Clark takes it. She's pulling up logo threes. That's what everybody wants to see now, man. You could think that little high yellow fella up in Golden State, but it's
wait, not just him. You can also thank Trae Young, because remember Trae Young does the logo threes.
Yeah, but Steph Curry started it, man. Steph Curry started it. Doing it, man. But yeah, man, I see the WNBA growing in popularity. A'ja Wilson, she does share one of the cover 2K covers, man. Jason Tatum is Jason Tatum one. There's an A'ja Wilson one, and I think there's like a Vince Carter Hall of Fame one. But this is like the first time a WNBA player's been on it, which is wow. That's a huge thing. I mean, we're talking about like a $1 billion franchise here. So So yeah, it's definitely growing, and I think it's going to, just soar to astronomical heights once these new crop of players come in. And there's even more like this incoming freshman and sophomore. Forgetting about Juju Watkins, man. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot of talent coming in the WNBA, so I can see expansion coming soon.
And JD has mentioned her name several times, Paige Buckets. JD, I'm going to ask you this question to kind of go along with what Matt just said. Do you see the WNBA players maybe making? I know that they're not making nothing. They're making nothing right now. $75,000 a year for the first 4 picks is ridiculous. It's chump change. I mean, obviously, to most people, it could be a lot of money, but for what they do, it's nothing, and it's really sad. Now we know the salary cap is going to expand next year. I believe it's to $150,000 a year for the top 15 picks. Even though there's 17 picks, well, there'll be 18 next year. But that's pretty good. Do you think we will ever see NBA type style pay in the WNBA?
Oh no! I don't think they'll ever. I mean, gosh, if they do, it'll be when we are long gone. We'll all be long gone, dead and gone at that point. I do believe they're at such an astronomical disadvantage now as it is. LeBron, for example, I just saw this the other day, as a matter of fact. His rookie year, $4 million, like $4.4 million, I think it was. And then obviously now, even with inflation, you've got, the WNBA number 1 pick, Caitlin Clark, $75,000 a year. I mean, she probably could have stayed in school another year and went to be a lawyer and turned out to be better off than what she is now.
Made more than NIL.
Hey, think about the Cavender twins. Think about Livy Dunn going back to LSU. And several other players staying in college since you started that conversation just then. So of course you sparked those thoughts, and that's what we do. But yeah, I mean, think Livy Dunn went back to LSU. Arch Manning is good with chilling, being a backup quarterback at Texas, which apparently he wasn't going to be in the game. He was not going to be in the game. And then he made this big announcement the other day. He's going to be in the game. And so in the addition to the $600 and the copy of the game that he got for agreeing to be in the game, he also got $50,000 extra to make the little video, apparently, with his uncle, Eli. Eli's his uncle, right?
Yeah, it was Eli, yeah.
And so, man, was that a hoax the whole time?
So, I'm going to actually chime in on that one too real quick, and then I'm going to go to Shane, because Arch Manning, he's a great player. He really is. And I'm going to save this conversation for later on with him. Do I think he's going to do great things at Texas? No, I think he needs to go to another school because Sarkisian doesn't know how. He is a great in a sense, offensive mind, but he does not know how to utilize his players. Shane, you said you had a take on this with the WNBA. I want to go to you on this.
Yeah. Hey, Shane, I see you, Frank, though. I know Frank is one of Shane's boys there, or I don't know if they work together. He's the one commenting on Shane's sometimes. Hey, you always have great thoughts, Frank. Thank you for chiming in, bro. Hey, I enjoyed every one of the comments that you had posted on my video from last night. So I just wanted to shout out Frank real quick. Shane, yeah, take it away, my friend. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Well, as we saw, Frank commented, when women's sports brings in the revenue. We're looking at this, we're talking about pay right now. Well, there's one thing to pay players, but when you as a organization don't make money and the NBA bails you out, I mean, that's where I'm getting at. You cannot pay these players because the NBA is bailing you out on your profit end. I mean, and now it's growing. It's growing, and yes, we're going to see bigger contracts in the future, but that's what it comes down to. Once the profit starts coming, we're going to see bigger contracts, especially in these women's sports. And hey, I just wanted to share that, just a little tidbit, but I know we got more great stuff that everybody wants to hear tonight. So hey, let's keep it going.
And then I'm going to give this a thing, and then we're going to go on to the next topic with that one. But guys, I'm going to tell you that I wholeheartedly believe, yes, right now the WNBA is in the red, $50 million this year. However, I don't know if you guys have seen the projections for next year, actually, and they are projected to be in the black zone, which is the first time ever in the history of the WNBA. And for those who don't know, why am I saying black is good? I'm going to tell you why. Because you ever heard of Black Friday? The reason why they have it, if you're in retail, you understand red is bad, black is good. So for once, the WNBA could be in the black zone, which would be the first time ever. And you want to say thank you to Angel Reese. Thank you to Caitlin Clark. Thank you to Asia Wilson. Thank you to JD's extra wife. You know who we're talking about, right, JD?
Hey, me and JD gonna fight about that. He already got a wife.
Right.
I got you.
And so here, hold on, let me tell you a nice little bow, and I'll throw it right back to you real quick. Yeah, I didn't even get to mention. Yeah, we got the upcoming class, Paige Becker. I didn't mention the fact I was going to mention the profitability of them. I'm curious to see what their budget is going to look like going forward. But yeah, with NIL and stuff, women athletes are becoming far more loyal to programs. So I think NIL collectives and stuff are going to feel more prone to follow the women athlete versus the male in some cases. And so I think that's a good way for them to grow. I mean, this is going to go all different ways. But yeah, we've got Paige Beckers. We've got all of Dawn Staley's players coming up. They have a future in it if they play it the right way.
And little breaking news actually today. I don't know if you guys saw it. New Orleans is in the running because, next year Golden State's women's basketball team starts. Then the following year, Toronto's. New Orleans is in the running for the next WNBA franchise. And all it says.
New Orleans and Charlotte. New Orleans and Charlotte. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
All it says is New Orleans is in the running. Charlotte is being mentioned there. Now, Trey Davis even has mentioned this several times, and shout out to him on that one. That could the Charlotte Sting come back? You don't know. It's looking better and better every single year, and I think women's sports is up. Guys, we here at the Sportz Nutz, we love talking basketball. We thrive on basketball. I'm a basketball guy. That's my first love. That's Matt Spring's first love. We love basketball. Yes, we have our Falcons gear on because we are Dirty Birds for life. But you know what, guys? Olympic basketball. Yes, Olympic basketball is back. So what? It's exhibition. You know what, though? It's still sports. It's one of the best times of the year to watch. I love getting to see the talent worldwide. And, of course, America's NBA level talent. Now, I struggle, though, because the world talent is coming up, or I should say, catching up to the American talent. Let's look at the last few years of the NBA draft, and we know who has reigned supreme in as far as country-wise. France. Not just France, though. Like I said, look at Serbia. Worldwide talent is out there, and it's going to only get better. Now, of course, I want to see what America has to offer this year in the Olympics. Do we see blowouts the entire way through to the gold medal game? Or do we see it neck and neck? Shane, we talked about this before. I know you're not the biggest Olympics fan, but how excited are you to have Olympic basketball back?
Man, I don't know where you got that I'm not the biggest Olympics fan overall. I mean,
because you told us that.
I just don't get into a lot of the sports that are in the Olympics. I'm American. Hey, any sport that we're competing in as a country, hey, the red, white, and blue all the way. That's one of the things. I like the track. I like the swimming. They seem to be the most competitive. But all in all, the Olympics in general, hey, go red, white, and blue, USA all the way, as I like to say. But let's talk about the squad that's been assembled. To take on the other countries. For the USA in basketball this year. I think the game, like you said, is kind of caught up to America and them being the greatest. Like we always used to be. They were in a medal game, no matter what. It was bronze, silver, or gold. We were almost guaranteed that. Now, not so much. I mean, we've seen teams leave out in the group rounds before. So watching the teams, like you said, and competing now before the Olympics, man. Hey, that select squad, Cooper Flag. I feel sorry for all you Tar Heel fans because he is the real deal and could probably play on that team.
Yes. He is going to tear it up. We actually talked about it on the radio recently. He's going to tear it up, and JD agrees 100%. It's going to happen with him. Shane, you and I have had this conversation about having like a futures kind of thing with with like Olympic style. JD, are you sold on this Are you sold on this Olympic basketball team? Do you think they have the right pieces to dominate or just be neck and neck?
I will say, and I hate to say but yeah, I mean, this is a difficult question, so sorry. It takes me a minute. But listen, so I'm going to say two things about it. I saw that Kobe Bryant was 31-0 when he played for the Olympics team. I'm pretty sure LeBron does not have that same record. They did in fact miss out on the gold recently, correct? So I do believe though this team, man, it's gotten too old. Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I had a phone call. Somebody called me again a minute ago.
We can hear you, can't see you.
But yeah, so yeah, they've missed out on the gold recently. LeBron had. I mean, again, are we going to see their best effort in this? Really? The one thing I'm very interested to see is Steph Curry shooting threes with a shortened 3-point line. That could be a very good advantage depending on how they want to play this. But with Anthony Edwards already saying he should be the number one option for the team, we've got the age of Anthony Davis, his injury, history. LeBron, his age, I don't see it going well. Hopefully for the Olympics, though, like Shane said, hey, we're Americans. We're rooting for the best. I'm just giving my honest opinion about it. I don't think, like, even with Cooper Flag, I mean, they almost lost to this team the other night in an exhibition game, granted. But that's what I'm questioning this whole time. They didn't have very much want to in that game. So how much want to is there really in when, of course, LeBron's going to be, Bronny here with me now, first father-son duo, but I want to be the first one to win a championship. So how hard do we really expect LeBron to go at 40 years old this year in his last Olympics? I mean, that's about all I got to say about it. But so, yeah, my question is hopefully in track and swimming and everything else, do you guys think that the Americans are going to win the gold medal count this year? I don't think we will.
Yes, I do. I had that feeling. All right, Shane, go.
All right, so I'm sorry. I just had to tell Brandon I had to get this out there. We actually got to talk about this Olympic squad as it is, man. LeBron's there. We got Steph there, but man, I'm interested to see what Anthony Edwards and Joel Embiid do this year. I mean, we saw get them off to a slow start, in the game against Canada and the exhibition that they had, but hey, they closed it out. Anthony Edwards is probably one of the greatest young talents that we have in the game right now. To see him and Embiid playing together, especially when it was widely reported this year that AE told Cat at one point to quit being a B word and play more like Embiid. They're actually playing together now. And as you said, the talent we see. France is a strong team, but we have to see and tune in for what happens for ourselves, because as we look at it, any kind of tournament, double elimination, group stage situation, anything can happen. I mean, shoot, we've seen the Copa America go on here lately with the group stage. I mean, it's even fired the USA men's coach before the Olympics at that. So, I mean, we didn't qualify because we're not that great anyway, but it's just one of those things, I'm interested to see how the veterans of the league that are on the team, and KD and Steph and LeBron, how they interact with the talent that is way more than capable of taking them to the gold medal round.
And I was actually, before I go to Springs on this, I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to just real quick, yes or no. I don't need an explanation. Do you think Cat should have been included in the Olympics? Spring says no. JD says no.
No.
I'm 50-50 on that one. All right, Springs. You and I, we're basketball people. We've been basketball people, God, for as long as I've known you. Couple of questions for you. One, are you ready to see worldwide basketball talent? And also, do you think the same question with JD? Do you think America is going to blow them out, or is it going to be neck and neck?
Well, I mean, it's inevitable, man. Other countries are just going to get better as the AAU circuit is, grown here in popularity, man. Kids here, and I mentioned this episodes back, kids here, they're more about the highlight, man, rather than, working on the skill set and things like that. Overseas, they work on the skill sets. They work on the skill sets, 24/7 all year round. They work on their drills that are focused on skill. They, that's what they harp on. So, of course, that talent gap is kind of going to do this, as far as skills go. That's why a lot of, overseas guys come into this era of the league, and they're so effective. In the mid 2000s, man, any European guy that came over from the league, they were considered soft, and they had no success like that. But now, those same players are like Luka Doncic, of course, Joker, which are fabulous players, but they're so advanced than other players in their class that, they just look like superstars. But, you guys got to remember, man, that last select team, or that last team that put up, that was an embarrassment to the United States. You got to remember, at that particular time, after they embarrassed us, LeBron, KD, everybody took to social media and was like, oh, no, we can't have this. Oh, definitely not happening anymore. We're coming, which is the reason why they're playing now. This is why we see Steph. This is why we see Bron. This is why we see Durant. Honestly, I think every game is going to be a blowout. I don't think there will be a close game. People forget, against the select team, I mean, okay, it is what it is. They were playing, those young rookies, teenagers. Yeah, it is what it is. But I saw what they did against Canada, man. I mean, Canada is heavy with NBA talent. And they were able to kind of just steamroll through Canada easily as soon as they decided to turn the Jets on.
A potential next year MVP candidate too.
Yes, that's
Potential.
very true.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, man, we got Steph Curry, we got Anthony Edwards, we got LeBron, we got KD, we got Tatum, Embiid, we got Anthony Davis, Booker. I don't really care. I don't know why they put, and not a knock on their games, but I don't know why they put like Halliburton, Holiday, who else?
Devin White.
Derek
Derek White, I mean.
With this team, with this USA team, you have to have killers. You have to have killers on this team that are going to go out by any means necessary. That USA team with Kobe Bryant, that back with Vince Carter with the dunk on Frederick Weiss, that had KG, Gary Payton. I mean, they have to have killers on this team. So I don't know. I see some players that kind of play lazily. Even Jason Tatum to a fault sometimes just kind of goes through the motions. But I think with Curry and LeBron and KD in the starting lineup, man, I think. And with Anthony Edwards there, I think they have enough killers on the team to help propel them forward. I don't see anybody beating this team or getting close.
And it's funny you say that. I'm actually going to say this, and then I'm going to go to JD on this. So you mentioned Jason Tatum, and everybody knows what Jason Tatum is known for, and it's the milk carton. Have you seen Jason Tatum? And he literally just gets the richest basketball contract ever in the NBA at 5 years, 314, fully guaranteed. I mean, gosh, give me the jersey. I'll sit on the bench for 1 year, and I'm good for my whole life. I scored points. Matt, you can attest to that. I scored 12 to 15 a game, but I was not Jason Tatum numbers.
Many surgeries.
Right.
You know what, though? I'm going to here I was thinking I was not going to call you out as being an old man, but you're an old man too, so come on now.
Yeah, the knees, man. The knees aren't kneeing right, so my fault. I didn't mean to interject.
So, and yes, I'm having another knee surgery, guys. Yep, August 22nd, I'm having my 6th knee surgery. But Matt will tell you, I scored. I will tell you, Springs, he scored. I think the most he scored when I played with him, it had to have been our 4th game in that one league, and you scored like 32 points. Jason,
it was 47. I'm sorry.
Well, I remember. Well, yeah, it was something because I remember Jason was like, "I'm tired of feeding Springs the ball. I want to shoot the basket." And I'm like, "Dude, Jason, come on. You haven't made a 3-pointer all night.
Feed the high hand.
Yeah,
gosh.
That's right.
We're playing the best team in the league. They were destroying us. I had to take matters to my own hand. We still lost.
Out of all 5, I had 12. Springs had like 47. Velo had like what, 20 or something like that. Jason had 3. Yeah. So,
hey, how many did Jesus score? Oh man. Oh, you didn't get that one? How many did Jesus score when he was playing with y'all?
JD.
Oh, I get called all the time. Anyways, let me tie this back in. We're talking about Jason Tatum. And see, also, I never know if y'all hear me or not.
Hey,
so when y'all
you're very muffled, by the way.
Right, yeah. Whenever y'all leave me in dead silence, hold on. I'll come back.
Okay, we'll come back to him. So, hey, with regards to it, though, I will tell you that, you hit the nail on the head, Shane. Was always feed the hot hand. Springs was hot. I can't remember. We were called the Golden Eagles. Jason wanted to call us the Gators at first and then change us to the Golden Eagles. Thanks to Springs. Springs was like, don't get us a name of the Florida Gators. So, all right, JD, let's see if we can hear you.
Right, yeah. Can you hear me?
There we go. Much better. Yes.
No, you're good. My ear, dude, I got a laptop on the way. It's all good. We're going to fix this situation. I don't know.
And I got headphones for him coming, y'all. I got headphones coming for him.
Anyways, Jason Tatum, y'all mentioned him being missing. He did finally get a win. But the one thing, he's not on the Olympic team. And somebody even mentioned, or he even mentioned, he would much rather play with his team versus the Olympic team. That's what I was going to say about Springs and what he said. Yes, we have a bunch of players who can go out and play isolation basketball. That has become the issue with the NBA and, like we mentioned, all the other foreign players. They learn how to play team basketball. They learn their fundamentals. They learn nuances of the game versus everybody go out and watch one player go out and try to drive against another player. It's not a fun game to watch. That's why I think the Olympic team is in trouble. Sorry for my difficulties, but yeah, Brandon, let's move us on. Let's tie it all in there together. What else we got going on here, brother?
Hey, sport basketball is I love it. I've always loved it. Matt has always loved playing basketball with me. Him and I, that's how him and I actually met, was playing basketball. Guys, I'm going to tag in a little fun thing for you guys, okay? And I want you to pay attention, okay? We're only 2 weeks away from, less than 2 weeks away from football. And you're probably thinking, huh? And there's a reason why you see my Dirty Bird visor. You see Springs ball cap on. Why? NFL training camp starts in less than 2 weeks, guys. We are back at football. How about, I'm not going to say how about them Cowboys. How about the football? We are back, and we are better than that. The boys are back in town, right? I'm going to start with myself, and then I'm going to go to JD, and then I'm going to go to Shane, and I'm going to wrap it up with Springs in this one. I'm excited because, like I've said so many times, the world feels better when football is back. Springs has had the privilege to go, I believe, 2 times with me to training camp. If I'm not mistaken, he's gone to a couple, and unfortunately, training camp is not going to be there at the Atlanta Falcons for this year. But you know what? The questions that everybody is going to have is what's going to happen with Kirk Cousins? What's going to happen with Penix Jr.? That's what I'm looking forward to. JD, what are you looking forward to with regards to not only every team, but your team, the Carolina Panthers?
So for the Carolina Panthers in training camp, I'm actually quite curious to see if we can ever get a Xavier Legette and Jason Horn matchup in a training camp session on video. I think they'll do it, obviously, because they're Gamecocks, and that would be a good video for the Gamecocks to put out. So I think that's very likely to happen, is to see, Xavier Legette. He's had a hamstring injury, which I just saw him and Debo on a treadmill the other day, racing each other, bro. It was ridiculous.
It's like 2 Ford Mustangs racing each other.
Bro, I'm talking about seeing 2 human beings run 22 mile an hour on a treadmill. At that point, the treadmill isn't even safe to run on anymore, all right? They're moving so fast, all right? This treadmill is almost turning into a car. That's how fast these guys are churning this thing. And, man, it was something incredible to see. So, yeah, Xavier Legette, I'm very interested to see if Dave Canales and Bryce Young can develop a very nice connection with one another. Dave Canales has been very good with less than below average height quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield, Russell Wilson. So it is very possible, granted, I know the Panthers are still at least a year or 2 away from really competing. I mean, I think I've got them at 5 wins this year.
5 years away from competing.
Well, I mean, I'm saying I got him at 5. So, yeah, that's a good number. Yeah, I mean, trust me, that's me being hopeful, and I'm a pessimistic fan. I'm a Gamecock realist. I'm a Panthers realist. We'll be drafting very early again in the draft next year, Panthers fans. Rest assured. But
I was just about to ask you, how many wins you giving the Panthers this year?
Man, dude, they might start 1-6. And so at that point, hopefully they finish the rest of the season strong and can somehow find 5-12 or even 4-13. But they are going to be struggling to find wins, just like the Gamecocks. And so let me tie it back. I'm very interested to see what happens with Gamecock Spencer Rattler with New Orleans.
Look at Springs. All right, hold on. Hang on.
I'm sorry. Did you say like 4 wins? Where are these wins going to come from? 2 wins?
No, that was me on the hopeful side. I mean, it
Even
could
even
be
your,
very
even your
well
hope,
2 and
even your hopes
15.
shouldn't have dreams that lavish.
I just said they're gonna start 1-6. So I mean,
Where's the
No,
one coming from?
let's go
Where's
with
the
this
one
tweet
coming
right
from?
here.
Where is the one coming from?
oh gosh,
Washington Commanders.
dude, I haven't looked at their
No.
schedule. I know I just had that projected. At this
All right.
point, I've already had that thought, and I've already forgotten about Panthers football for this year.
Hey, look, man. Honestly,
Trey,
y'all
we're
took the wrong
sorry to see
quarterback.
this.
Good luck.
Look at guys. Look at Trey's tweet.
Yeah, hey, and the
I want to be
Gamecocks
with
are
on.
going
What is he
15-0
on?
and winning the national championship.
What are you on, Trey, to say 17-0 for the? Okay, this one right here. I'm going to show it, and then I'll be like, really? 2 wins? Come on now.
17-0 what? Like, you mean 0-17?
0-17, yes. And then, I'm going to – all right, so then I'm going to go to you, Shane.
Hey, that's the score prediction of our first game at halftime. That's how much we'll be losing by. 17.
No, that's after the first 5 minutes of your first game. You're down 17-0. I'm saying you guys are losing 60-0 every game. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding on that one. All right. So, Trey, you did not just get uninvited to tequila, sir. Shane, I'm going to go to you, okay? What are you looking forward to this training camp? And then what are you looking forward to most this season for the NFL? Uh-oh. Where'd JD go?
Oh, man. Oh, I'm JD. We didn't mean to do that. I mean,
Shane. Wait. Where did Shane go?
No, yeah, what me?
Oh, Shane. Okay. I thought I was JD. I was like, man. Oh, man. I'm sorry, JD.
No, yeah, I just got rotated.
Okay.
That was weird. Like, Shane's gone. Maybe he froze. I don't know.
No,
all right, let's do this.
The dog
Shane isn't a Panthers fan, is he?
Or something. I'm sure we'll get a text from him. He'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. So in the meantime, we'll go to you, Springs. I've already told you what I'm looking forward to. What are you looking forward to with our Dirty Birds?
Honestly, man, just make sure Kirk Cousins is healthy. Obviously, that's the number one thing, that we just gave this man like enough money to feed all the homeless in Atlanta. So, I mean, at least do a couple dropbacks. I mean, I just want to make sure Kirk is good and make sure the offense is flowing. We have the pieces on offense. We were just one quarterback away from flipping our record around last year, man. So,
no, we weren't.
Oh gosh, we were one quarterback away,
which
means if we had Kirk Cousins instead,
we were one coach away. Which, by the way, happy Arthur Smith Day the other day.
I honestly, hey, from an outsider perspective, I'll say both. I'll say you're both right.
No, I agree with. Where's he at? No. Who's up now? I agree with him. I agree with this guy.
I mean, even if you would have had a good quarterback, the coach might still have ruined it. But if the coach would have had a good quarterback, but yeah, I mean, I think you guys are absolutely right there.
Well, I mean, the coach didn't tell the quarterback to hold on to the ball and throw it at the last second in the Panthers game for the pick on the goal line. So I can't blame the coach for that.
No, but he didn't have any confidence in the entire team. Arthur Smith would rather win 3-2 and, in the bottom of the 10th. Shane, what are you looking forward to? Sorry, we had a little difficulty. Something happened with Shane. I don't know what in the world happened. Shane, what are you looking forward to in training camp, and what are you looking forward to most this entire season?
Man, first thing, all the Panthers fans out there, we're looking forward to see what Bryce Young does in his second year. You see it up behind me. We want to see what it is. Did we really put a first-round draft pick on this guy? At times last year, he looked like Zach Wilson for the Jets. I mean, all he was doing was making noise and headlines, dating other players' moms. So, I mean, I want to see how he does in the second year. As I think I heard you guys talk about Canales, man, he's great with quarterbacks. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but I think you guys mentioned that and touched on it before. But that's one of the most interesting things that I see leading into the training camp for the Carolina Panthers is how the coaching staff and this new system is going to gel with the current players that they have. Everything I've heard so far in in the organization, and then all media outlets, that kind of report on them. And it's going to be more of a turnaround year. We're talking about first pick in next year's draft. I personally don't see it because of what they maybe have brewing. But now, we're talking about young quarterback, no O-line. They've got to get the defense settled. So, I'm kind of interested to see how everything turns out for Canales to be a quarterback guru at that point, and kind of take Bryce Young under his wing and mold him into a franchise type quarterback. We didn't see it last year. We could possibly see it this year. We might definitely see it next year if Canales is the coach that all Panthers fans are hoping that he will be. As my buddy and my boy Jody says, he says, I'm not worried about the Panthers right now because I'm sipping on this Canales Kool-Aid. So I'm interested.
Here we go. All right. So
that's almost as good as a temper tantrum.
I feel so bad for Springs. Hey, don't throw your hat now. All right, and drinks. All right, so you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. We're gonna do a really quick. We're gonna do rapid. We're gonna call this rapid fire. We're gonna predict the NFC South records, not by game. We're gonna predict the records. I'm gonna start. I say and it's only with our team though. Atlanta Falcons go 13-4. Matt, what do you say the Falcons go this year?
I say 12-5.
Springs has said 12-5. Shane, what do you say for the Panthers, and then what do you say for the Falcons?
The Panthers, I've got an optimistic outlook. I say 6-11.
Wow.
I could see
you're going with what Vegas is saying.
I'm going.
Vegas says 5.5.
Yep. Atlanta. I'm interested to see what they do. They've got all the talent there, but how it assembles. That's why I'm waiting to see y'all's training camp too. How it assembles. I see a number one seed in the NFC South, if not the number 2 seed in the wild card. So I'm going to put it at the 10-11 win cap.
Okay, and everybody, well, I should say, not everybody. A lot of experts are saying, the over/under for Atlanta Falcons this year is 11. That's going to win the NFC South, is what they said. 11 wins for any team wins the NFC South. I'm going to tell you now, the NFC South is coming back. JD, what do you say? What do you say for the Panthers record? Please don't say what Trey just said, though.
No. Well, no, I'm not upset. I'm upset about what Spring said, talking about where these wins going to come from. Bro, I already said they was going to start 1-6. But
it was a logical question.
No, I know.
I say you guys win 3. I say 3-14 for the Panthers.
That's actually exactly the number I would pick. 3-14. I keep bouncing back and forth, like with the Gamecocks, man. I keep trying to bounce back and forth between 4-8 and 5-7. Like there's that one game in there, and I mean, obviously, we got to see what the product is on the field, and so that's what I wanted to mention too, guys. Hey, we're opinionists. We're giving you our opinion, so don't tell us if we're just trying to stoke thoughts in your brain. So, what do y'all think? Give us your opinion, and so I think 3-14 for the Panthers, maybe. Best case, they can come on second end of the season and get to 5-12. Maybe if Canales and Young, but they have it tough to start. They do have it tough to start.
Any given Sunday.
Wait. No. They don't have it tough to start.
The Falcons are going to go 10-7 and win the NFC South and make a deep run in the playoffs. And it'll be either Kirk Cousins or Bo Penix. It don't matter which one. My prediction remains the same. So even if Kirk gets hurt and it's Penix that comes in, or excuse me, Michael Penix that comes in.
I was about to say, who's Bo Penix?
But yeah, I will Bo Nix and Michael Penix. I combine their names. Michael Penix. So whether it be Cousins or Penix, my prediction remains the same. 10-7 for the Falcons and make a deep run into the playoffs.
All right, so I'm looking at the Carolina Panthers schedule. Week 1, you guys play at New Orleans. That's a loss. You play Jim Harbaugh next. That's 0-2. You guys go at Vegas. I don't know which Vegas team's going to show up. I say you actually win that game.
You know what? You have a chance. You have a chance with that one.
Yes. Then you look at the Bengals. Loss. You're 1-4 right there. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're 1-3. Play the Bears. That's a win. I think you guys beat the Bears because I don't think.
Well, that's the one where I think what could they be when they go play the Bears? What if we lose to the Bears that we traded this number 1 pick to get Bryce Young, and then they just got Caleb Williams with our pick, and then we go and beat them there, bro?
Don't sleep on the Bears. Don't sleep on the Bears this year.
Yeah, that Bears offense. They got Keenan Allen.
Wait. Hold on. You have Eberflus, though, as your head coach, who can't utilize any weapons. You have the Diva, who still has not signed their rookie contract.
Right.
Because he wants partial ownership.
Keenan Allen is one of the best route runners in the league. Caleb has no choice but to throw him open, for him to be open. I mean,
I will tell you this, though. If Caleb Williams doesn't sign that tender, who's their quarterback?
He'll sign.
So then we're going to go to the next game against the Falcons. That's a loss. That's another loss for you guys, JD. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No,
JD
so
did say
you're 2-4.
He did say 1-6. JD did say 1-6.
I'm giving 2 wins. I've already given you 2 wins there. I've given you the Raiders and I've given you the Bears. Then you got the Commanders. I say that's your third win against the Commanders. Dan Quinn, he can't lead a team. He can only lead a defense.
They have a defense though, and
but it is the Commanders.
Have no offensive line.
I think though, I will tell you this: Dan Quinn is he's gonna be in and out in 2 to 3 years kind of thing because he's terrible.
Who?
But you got Dan Quinn.
I don't know who that is.
You got you do who Dan Quinn is.
No,
you got Jalen Daniels as the quarterback though of the Commanders. I think once
I forgot him. I don't
know what those words you speak of are, Shane. I don't know what those words those numbers. I don't know what they mean.
All right, so I've got 3 wins right there at the Commanders. Okay, then you guys go to the Toilet Bowl over in Denver. That's a toss-up. You don't know what's going to happen with them. I'm gonna give you 4. That's a win against the Broncos. Play the Saints next. That's a loss. Play the Giants. That's a loss. Play the Chiefs. That's definitely a loss. You guys play the Buccaneers. That's a loss. You play the Eagles at the Eagles. That's a loss. You play regular season Dallas Cowboys. That's another loss. You play the Cardinals. I said, that's all right. That's fine. I'm going to give you 5 wins. So JD, there's your 5th win. Then you play the Buccaneers. That's a loss. You play Atlanta. That's a loss. So you're going 5-12.
They're taking one. They're taking 1 out of 2 from the Buccaneers. They always do. It doesn't matter. They're always taking 1 or 2 from the Buccaneers. That's why I say 6.
So you're going with Vegas. Okay. All right, guys.
Well, here, I hate to tell all y'all this. Right now, we're all tied for the NFC South lead. And I would venture to say that the NFC South will again be the worst conference in the NFL this
year. I'm actually, wait, what is the division the Jaguars play? The AFC South, right?
AFC South, yeah.
I think that division is turning into the toilet bowl.
That one.
I don't know about that.
That was all the way up.
No, they just pay Trevor.
We always talk about the NFC least.
Surely that'll pay for some wins in the NFL script, right?
They have that script. Hey, I'm gonna do a quick one with you guys here, and then we're gonna go because we're coming on time. I'm gonna give you a quick one on this one. All right. And all 3 of you have to. Actually, all 4 of us have to answer. You're gonna give your three surprise teams who in the NFL, it could be AFC or NFC, that will exceed expectations, and 3 teams that will go below expectations. I'm going to start with Springs. Give me your 3 that will and 3 that won't.
Three that will go perform above expectations. That's the easy one for me. I'm gonna go number one. I'm actually gonna go the Colts. I think that Richardson is probably going to stay healthy this year, and I think he is going to prove a lot of people wrong. Another one I think is going to perform above. I think the Ravens. The acquisition of Derrick Henry, I think, is going to be beneficial to that offense. We're talking about Lamar or Derrick Henry. Oof. The third that I think is going to exceed expectations is going to be. I am going to give it to. I'm gonna give it to the Bengals. They'll have a healthy Joe Cool back, and that should be good. As far as what three teams I think are going to fall below expectations, one, I'm going to go to Saints, just because I have to. Two, I'm going to go to Eagles. I'm going to go to Eagles. Even though I like the Saquon pickup, I'm going to go them. I'm also going to go the Giants as well. I think the Giants are just a cluster, whatever. And after seeing those videos released of those phone conversations,
oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, I'm there. They're going to be terrible.
All right, JD. 3 teams that will exceed, 3 teams that will below.
Ooh. My first one, I'm going to go underachieve first. Chiefs. Travis Kelce. Listen, I don't know if they can go 3 in a row. Travis Kelce, though, he did just win his first karaoke contest, and he gave kudos to Taylor Swift. So I don't know that his focus. I don't know that his focus is on football. I don't know that Patrick Mahomes is. He's a father. I think Travis Kelce might be focused on becoming a father. Brandon, you yourself about to become a father for the 4th time here coming up soon. So I felt like I could tie all that in. I think the Chiefs are going down a little bit. Andy Reid can save them. Mahomes, obvious dad bod, his athletic ability with that dad bod, obviously they can save them a little bit. So that's my first one going down. Let me give you one going up. Chargers. Jim Harbaugh steps right back into the league and has the best winning percentage.
Good Chargers.
As active coaches. Excuse me. Man, this is hard. Talking sometimes is hard. Words are hard, y'all. But no, so Chargers are on the up and come. The Raiders. That's why that was the one I gave Brandon a maybe for with the Panthers a minute ago. The Raiders, Antonio Pierce, I think he might have it as a culture and chemistry guy, as those C words that we mention here on the show sometimes. And then one more going down. Let me give you one more going down. Jaguars. Signing Trevor Lawrence to that deal. And I'm not saying that because he's Clemson. I'm just saying that because a lot of people are going to regret signing QBs to these large of contracts here very soon when Brock Purdy, my next uprising team, the 49ers, wins the Super Bowl this year.
Go, Shane.
Okay, well, so I'm with you. I think the 49ers, they're up. I don't know, why we're trending them up, but one to exceed my expectations, definitely the Ravens. I think that they have the best kind of situation that they've put around that last year's MVP candidate and MVP winner. You put Derrick Henry, like Spring said, Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson in the backfield together. That's dangerous. Any way you look at it. Another team that I like is Springs, like he said, the Colts, Anthony Richardson. I'm interested to see what he does this year. To exceed expectations, hey, the Panthers.
Oh,
everybody expects them to be the first round pick, first pick of the first round next year. I don't see it. I see other teams that we've mentioned on here maybe being that type. I think it's going to be a battle at the bottom of the NFC East or NFC South between New Orleans and Carolina for that lower spot. It's just my opinion. Hey, I'm putting it out there. Y'all shoot me if you want to, but I'm going to go ahead and say that. Teams that I say that might underexceed, man. What are the Bills going to do without Stephon? We've kind of put that on the back burner. We see that. You see the talent that Tennessee has had. They don't have a quarterback. So, depending on where the quarterback goes in that situation, I don't see them succeeding in a bad situation with the quarterback. I think it's going to be a very kind of reasonable NFL season. We're not going to see a lot of 14-3 teams, unless they, obviously go on hot streaks early and then have a lull in the schedule like we see with the Panthers that you've mentioned. So, it's one of those things that I think we're going to be surprised this year just because of how evenly matched up a lot of the teams are throughout the leagues right now.
Okay. All right. Comes to me. I'm going to give you guys my first three are the ones that exceed expectations. The first one, Miami. I think Miami, I think that, it all revolves, of course, it all is the answer of what do they do with Tua? Do they sign him to this extension? The next one, you guys springs it in the head, the Ravens. You got Derrick Henry. I think the Ravens, I think it's going to be the Ravens going to the Super Bowl. And then the third team that I think exceeds expectations, I have to do it, is my Falcons. I think the Falcons actually dominate their schedule. I think, one of ESPN's favorites it was at 12% to be in the Super Bowl was the Ravens and the Falcons. So it could be the Battle of the Birds. All right, so the three teams that will underachieve. Number one is Buffalo. They don't have anything. Josh Allen, there's only so much he can do. The next one, the Philadelphia Eagles. Last year's epic collapse continues. I think they're done. I think Sirianni's out. I don't even think they win the division, kind of thing. And then my third team is kind of a tie between two. The Tennessee Titans and the New Orleans Saints. The Saints, they have no understanding, no clue what is going on. Dennis Allen lost the team 2 years ago and just reaffirmed last year with the Jameis Winston crap he did against the Falcons. So the Saints actually battle for who is the worst team in the NFC South. They implode. I'm even going to give JD his props. I think Spencer Rattler starts week 16 and 17 for the Saints. That's how bad they're going to be. And the Titans, I'm not banking on Will Levis and his mayo and coffee stuff. I'm not sold on him. I feel bad for Hops. DeAndre Hopkins deserves to play for a winning team. I would love to see him at request a trade, even go to the Ravens. So that's my thoughts. All right, so we got something really good news to announce here. Some fun, exciting news. I really enjoyed all that, the NFL talk. But JD, would you please give these lovely people the talk about our fantasy football? That's right, folks. The Sportz Nutz fantasy football is coming. JD's got all the details.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, you just mentioned all those players by name. We just talked about all those teams. Josh Allen, Kirk Cousins, CJ Stroud, Tua Tagovailoa. Let's name some running backs. Kenyon Drake. Can anybody give me Saquon Barkley? Oh, is anybody going to draft Ezekiel Elliott? Which we didn't even mention the Texas teams, y'all. We ain't even mentioned I ain't even going to say it because I don't even want to. I'll say the Texans, but I ain't saying the other Texas team. I'm not going to give them. No. You don't deserve to be spoken of on this show. Not yet. Not the Cowboys. Dang it, I did it anyway. Either way.
We're not Cole.
Either way, fantasy football, though, is the reason I'm mentioning all these players. The Philadelphia, I think y'all might be wrong about Philadelphia. I think with the coaching assistants he hired, he might be all right. But I want their defense in my fantasy football league. And so, yes, I will have a fantasy football league created here very soon. We're going to need y'all to send us a message somehow on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube, whatever you want to do it through. Our email address, we have our email address right here. Everything's at the bottom of the screen. Send us a message. Send us your email. We will sign you up for the Fantasy Football League. We'll have it ready to go in like the next week or so. That I can promise you. What platform do y'all want? ESPN, CBS? Y'all want
ESPN?
PPR? Y'all want this? Y'all, hey, comment. Let me know. Let's get this going. We can't wait to interact. I'm telling you what, I'm gonna win.
I had a heart attack. Sorry. All right, JD. Does it cost anything?
Maybe. We'll discuss that. We'll discuss a good number. So I'll tell you what, people. How about
We do a poll.
send me a number. Whenever you send me your information for the email to log you in, you send me a number of what you think would be a fair price for
20.
you to pay to enter in this league. I'll average
20.
it up,
What?
make the price.
Oh boy. All right. Is there a trophy at the end of this tournament?
Of course, you can come host a segment on the Sportz Nutz.
Okay, I like that.
Talk about, or we might give you a T-shirt. We got T-shirts. We got tumblers. Shane, I don't know. You know anything about any tumblers? We got any coasters? Do we have?
Nope.
Look. I will personally say, well, look, the winner of this tournament will get a trophy. You know,
Well,
I'm sorry.
You don't want to be the loser. You don't want to be the loser because we're gonna come up with one of those ones where they'll get tarred and feathered in the middle of the road or some crazy nonsense.
All right. So there you guys have it. You've heard. We have fantasy football coming. Hey, guys, this has been such a good episode. I've actually had a lot of fun. You know, I've had a little bit of a rough day. I can't find my glasses anymore. I think I know where they're at now, actually. I think they're in Cassie's car. So, you know, it's been a rough little go. I've been up back-to-back days by 3:30 in the morning because I have to be at the radio station and stare at 9 computer screens, and then Big Brother's watching with a lot of stuff behind the screen. So, you know what, though?
Welcome to
Where
the
else? The real world. Come on now. I'm 40. I'm a man. I'm 40. I've been working. So,
Hey,
all right.
I'm a man.
3 or 4 times. I remember 1,000 times where I've had.
Oh, God. If you guys don't know what JD's talking about, Van Gundy. Jesus, I just said Van Gundy.
Man,
Mike.
I
Mike
can handle
Gundy.
3 or 4 beers drive down the road 1,000 times.
1,000 times I've driven home drunk. That's his thing. All right, so guys,
Don't
we have.
drink and
You
drive.
only have 1,000.
Hey, we got some really cool things coming up for you. You know, next week, it's the week that we've all been waiting for. Jake Crane comes on. I know you guys are excited to talk to our man, Jake Crane.
Fanboys. Fanboys.
Wait, Jake, sorry, Trey just said if you have enough with a buy-in, you could get a custom Sportz Nutz trophy or a championship up. All right, we're going to make sure Trey buys those for us, and Trey's going to make it for us. And make sure it's platinum, not fake, that real stuff, Trey. No, I'm just kidding. We will talk about what the trophy will be. All right, so then, you know, guys, yes, I'm fanboying. JD is fanboying. Jake Crane is a legend. He's elite. Wait till if you get a chance, look up his story as to how he became what he became. I will let you guys know I have the majority of the state of Alabama who's going to be watching that episode because, again, South Alabama reference here, Mobile, Alabama, and Auburn and Tuscaloosa, whatever. All right. Then comes the famous Friday. Guys, I'm excited about this. I'm ready for this. My man Springs, he's going to get off at noon and he is going to go 95 miles an hour in his little car. He's going to get here in 25 minutes. He lives down in Atlanta. He's going to get, no, I'm just kidding. No, he's going to be up here in 2.5, 3 hours kind of thing after work. He's going to set up. We're going to be there. We're all going to interact with you. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to have music playing even as a start. So be ready for some good music. We're going to have some good sports talk. We're going to have a lot of fun. Hey, maybe our man Kelly Bryant shows up. I hope he shows up. He said he does have a football camp he is doing. But
Hey, I need a real estate agent. He needs to show up.
Yes.
Yeah, right. I'm so broke I can't pay attention.
Oh, I'm sorry, Trey.
Hey.
All right. So anyway,
Hey, speaking of our live episode, though, Brandon, real quick. Hey, we got to be prepared, though. We might have another little baby girl, man. It's coming up anytime soon. Man,
that's right.
We can't wait to meet Miss Aspen. So, hey, if anything happens, y'all be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We'll keep you updated. Man, if we get some newborn pictures and stuff, man, hey, we will absolutely share them. As I did, I shared some pictures, today with me and my boys. My most interacted one. So we appreciate all you Sportz Nuts being with us. Brandon, I think you were about to sign us off, my friend. Were you not?
So wait, Kara just messaged. What did she say? Main reason Poops is coming is for ain't nothing but a 3. Oh, Paxton's birthday. That's right, guys.
Yeah. Ain't nothing but a 3 thing, baby.
Okay, you guys, man cards have been revoked.
Look here.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey,
look,
man.
we got birthday
Snoop
coming
Dogg,
up.
man. So Snoop Dogg.
We got Brandon's birthday coming up.
Hey, we'll see y'all.
There you go. So, Shane, would you please tell the lovely people where they can find you on social media, sir?
Man, hey, it's been a great evening with all of our mixed nuts, everybody out there tonight. As always, you find me down here on the ticker. We're throughout the episode.
Wait, let's go.
But,
4 for 5. It's right there. See, it's going right there.
way down past these other 2 guys.
It's right. It's like literally following perfectly.
But hey, catch me Shane Owen on Facebook. It's Shane O'Mac 1240 on Snapchat. S.Owen 1240 on Twitter. On Instagram. On Twitter, Poop Sports. So, hey, my bad, guys. But hey, y'all follow. Everything's down here, like we always said, man. Hey, I'm glad. Hey, we might be a little bit later tomorrow, maybe 8 o'clock for our Saturday sports shorts. But hey, that's because we're going to be out having fun, man. It's a weekend, so as always, like, follow, subscribe, everything. I know everybody's ready to get in there as we're ready to sign off. But hey, as always, peace, love, and bacon grease, guys.
That's right. Peace, love, and bacon grease indeed. Springs, where can they find you on social media, sir?
You guys can find me on Twitter or X or as JD Hates Twix. You can find me there at Maddie D Thomas. Now, I haven't posted or I haven't tweeted yet, but I'm going to turn into a tweetaholic this weekend, and my first tweet will definitely be Sportz Nuts related. So tune in for that, guys.
Hey, and we're going to put Springs' information. So we have little platforms here, right? We have one space available right now. He's going to have his Twitter platform be put on as part of the streaming. JD, where can you find? Where can we find the lovely JD Wyatt?
At JD Wyatt06 on Twitter, JD Wyatt on Facebook, with the Sportz Nuts all the time. Make sure y'all go on to YouTube, okay? If you're not watching us on YouTube, please go to YouTube, search at the Sportz Nuts. That's 176. We need that subscribe. Listen, we gained 10 in 24 hours. Let's just get 2 more and we're done with our goal. Listen, level up. All right. We're going to continue to level up. And as my good friend, Trip Wyatt right here, he wants to say.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. Yes, sir. Hey,
Bang, bang.
you can find me on Twitter at Keeler Brandon. I might change that, but as of right now, you can find me at Keeler Brandon on Twix, JD's favorite word. You can find also.
He hates that.
It's fine this late in the evening. It is not okay at 5:45 in the morning. Like,
All right, so everybody who's watching right now, you have to go on to his page and say at Twix.
yeah, but the Twix things, man, that gets me, man. It's either Twitter or X. Don't combine them. Twix is it's a good one.
There will be no Amy slander on this show.
Hey, actually, I got one for you, JD.
Amy, I just got one thing, man. It grinds my gears.
Hey, I got one thing for you, JD. You know, it really doesn't matter which one you choose because they're both chewy, crunchy, and delicious. That's the Twix commercial. All right. So you can find me on at the Sportz Nutz on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube at the Sportz Nutz 176. We are going to be coming at you some good stuff. Shane, what do you say to these lovely people?
Hey, peace, love, and make grease. Much love. Appreciate everybody.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hey,
peace, love, indeed.
Be blessed and not stressed. And Springs, what do you got?
French fries always taste better in bacon grease.
Amen. Hey, and with that being said, for my man, all right, I'm gonna try and do 5 for 6 tonight. Damn. Oh, there we go. 5 for 6. My man Shane Owen. My man right here. Springs. I can't do JD because it's diagonal. My man JD. I'm your boy Brandon saying peace up. A-Town down. We love you. Show's over. It's time for us to go. Good night. Peace. Bye. We love you.
Much love.